Hey everybody, Michael Batiste from the Elk Calling Academy. We're still hanging out at the Western Hunting Conservation Expo here in Salt Lake, and we've made our way over to Native by Carlton, where we're hanging out with Marc and Wayne Carlton. Morning, guys.
Morning.
How are you?
I am doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Good, thanks for the time.
So, appreciate you guys letting me come in and talk a little bit. So, you know, Wayne, you've been a pillar in the elk hunting and call industry for a long time. People really look up to you, but I don't think a lot of people know what you guys have going on. So, tell me a little bit about Native by Carlton.
Well, you know, we started Carlton's calls, I think, actually the first elk I called in was like 77, 76, and we finally went on the market in 82 with the first ever diaphragm elk call. And just, good Lord looking down on us to give us that opportunity. But we saw so many different avenues, different ways we could go with calls. We just happened to be lucky enough that we were the first diaphragm call manufacturer for elk. And it worked out great. But the meat of the story is, I'm Dad, I'm on the road tooting the horn, and every time a call was made, it was Marc either had some part of it, so for what, 15, 20 years, he had all these burning embers. Like, man, I like to do this, and man, I like to do that. And at my age, taking a step back, so to speak, so I can hunt more, he's starting to shine, and his talent is surprising myself, probably surprising him too if he didn't know it.
So Marc, in 2017, you came out with the new Rivet series.
We did the Rivet series, and we started Native 2-3 years ago, and we kind of had an opportunity to departure to kind of go on and do some different things. And Wayne was with HS for a long time, and then we've kind of branched off and done our own thing again. So in that branching off and all those ideas we had, a lot of it was knowing what to do with the custom stuff. After building hundreds of thousands of calls over the years as a kid, you kind of learned all the intricacies of what you can and can't do with calls. So we started implementing those and started working on new diaphragms, being the Rivet stuff, and then, you know, a bunch of the open reed stuff too, and learning how to custom tube and really go in there and really fine tune things.
So now after 2017, you launched the Rivet Frame. You guys have had a year on that frame.
Yep.
So now coming into 2018, what have you kind of revamped on the AM? What are you kind of putting out new?
It's just got better in the fact that I think when you come up with a new idea, I think the first years you've got new stuff coming, but I think it really grows in about a 5-year process, because you start manufacturing at a high volume, so you start learning the product.
Right.
So as we've gone on, we kind of had that single red last year that was just a solid cow call, I mean strictly built for that, and a couple bugle reeds, really based around hunting and ease of use, and able to run right out of the package. So this year I wanted to expand on that. We did the 400 and the 450, which is a heavier version of those, a little bit more outfitter, professional grade type stuff, a little bit more volume, a little bit more mature sounding stuff. So we're just trying to take that and expand it as we go.
Now the other thing I noticed, you know, with meeting you guys at the show this weekend, you kind of took some of the Wayne traditional calls that you had come up with, the double and the old brown triple, and you kind of revamped those a little bit too, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Well, the Rivets turned out so good, they kind of cannibalized the old stuff, in all honesty. So we were really challenged going back to the press and saying, can we make the old stuff better? So I spent months on that press really trying to get some stuff dialed in. So we've come back out with not our old stuff, kind of the same feel, same fit, but re-stretched, restacked, new and improved, and I think we've done a good job of improving the old stuff by quite a bit.
Well, too, and what people don't realize is, latex is not latex. What we started with in 82 and 76, all that's the whole animal that we started with. And with the in-depth look that he has at diaphragms and knowing how to work the machines and stretch them correctly and all that sort of stuff, they play like crazy.
Yeah, I think the biggest key for me for innovation was you have to build every day to really understand what you can do with the product.
Right.
And I think that's been, as far as the ideas that have come to me in my brain, you can't develop and learn unless you are on that press a fair bit. And even as we go, and I try to spend at least a day or two a week on the press, still building stuff, just to keep my hands in it as much as I can, because I just think it's necessary for development.
Well, and you got to test the limits of those things, and Wayne, you kind of touched on it. 77, 82 versus 2018. Technology's changed a little bit to really help become a lot more accurate on your call building, and so if you're pumping out 100 reeds, that the stretch is consistent, the latex is, so you get that consistency. So if a guy goes to the store and picks up 5 of your reeds, all 5 are going to be the same. It's not like the old days where you bought 10 reeds, blew through them, and found 2.
Plus you look at it and say, let's see if that's got a wrinkle in it.
Yeah, it got to be a game. But yeah, manufacturing's gotten a lot better, materials have improved. We're doing that new call armor tape, which is the graphic looking tape, but it's a laminated tape, and it's I mean, that stuff's just been bomb-proof. It's completely waterproof, durable, lasts forever.
And now, speaking of the graphics, you guys are doing something that nobody else on the market offers.
Correct.
You're kind of doing a custom diaphragm where companies can come to you with their logo and get diaphragms with their logo on it.
Yeah, outfitters, outdoor groups, mom and pop dealers, anybody that would like to help brand their product, make a statement, whatever they want to do, man. We can literally print anything at this point.
That's
on
awesome
this stuff, and that's just been a big perk of the material.
Well, and that's something, like I said, that nobody else is. You guys are doing some stuff that nobody else is doing. Your new tape, this program right here with the diaphragms, and you know, I don't think a lot of you guys know, but you guys also have a custom side on acrylic open reed cow
We do.
calls. So let's talk about those a little
Yeah,
bit.
so the super customs, and we kind of, when we started Native, we really wanted to make a statement of we're independent again, we're back, and we wanted to knock things out of the park. We don't want to look at good enough. I think there's a lot of corporate in the industry that does that there's a bar that's just set so high. But we want to go the other way with it. We want to say, all right, let's just go even silly with quality. Let's set the standard there and then work backwards. So that's kind of what we've done. So we've taken, like on building a snap together cow call that's $8. Well, there's so many variables in how the mylar's pressed, where the curve is, shrink rates on plastic parts, this and all those things can be manipulated to make the call better. So we took all that, have taken that into account, and hand fit all the reeds. We add sand if we have to. We do high-end acrylics to really help control tone and volume, and you know, and then we just really, you know, we're passionate about what we do, so we really just got behind also making it aesthetically fun. You know, the acrylics have been crazy. We do some stabilized burl woods that are, I mean, we retail them at 180, but you know, they're just cool. They're just fun. But
they've
that's
got
our
great
passion aspect of it.
They've got amazing curb appeal. They're absolutely beautiful calls. Now, talking about open reed cow calls, Wayne, I know your fighting cow call when you were with HS was a huge success, and people absolutely love that call. Now you guys have the same version of that, but now it's just called the Mini Me.
Yes, it's called the Mini. It's pretty much the same call body. What we do different is, I think, it's just manufacturing process. Everything we pulled in back in-house in Montrose, Colorado, we're all doing it again by ourselves. And I think that makes a huge difference. And it's not the call body; it's how you put it together. Right. You know, it's. I mean, we've got guys at elk hunt every day that this is what we do on the side. You know, coincidentally, I'm a full-time career fire guy too, along with this, and you know, a couple of guys we have workforce, we're all fire guys. So we're passionate about the hunting, and it's kind of brought us all back together doing it at the same time. So we got elk hunters building elk calls, and I think that's
the key. Yeah, you guys knowing it. So there you guys have it. If you haven't been over to the Native by Carlton website, be sure you get over there and check it out. I'll put some links down below the video here that'll take you direct to the website. The other thing too, some of you guys that used to be old HS fans, you now have the ability to get a lot of those original diaphragms that have been revamped and modernized a little bit. We'll also put links down below for their social media pages so you can stay up to speed on what they're doing. And stay tuned. We will get some reviews of some of the new calls up quickly. We might even do some giveaways for you guys where you can get your hands on some of these free to play around with. As always, guys, we appreciate you following us. Stay tuned. We've got a lot more coming from the Western Hunting Conservation Expo. Marc and Wayne, appreciate your time.
I appreciate the time, Mike.
All right.
Sincerely.
We'll see you guys later.
All right.